a show that I didn't see the first time around, and I've always loved it. So I have sort of the same kind of audience waiting for it to happen feeling, and then to get to actually be in it. Well, I feel very blessed.
But to get to play Dot, which has to be one of my most favourite roles ever, opposite Dan, has just been a dream come true.
It's an emotional ride in terms of the story and the score, and how James and Stephen have mapped out this relationship between an obsessive artist and his muse, who completely adores him but doesn't get what she needs from him because he can't provide it.
It's set in two different time periods. It's about one artist, George Seurat, who painted this very famous painting that most of us recognize, and then it's about his great-grandson in the 20th century. It's two views of what it is to be an artist, to what extent you have to sort of commercialize, to what extent you have to be poppy, to what extent you have to sell. And it's a love story, and it's very beautiful.
It just taps on something very human and very central. When we read through the thing, there wasn't a dry eye in the house. Oh, practically, we're still doing it. We've done it 100 times, and every time we sing Sunday, somebody goes. Somebody will be like, okay, it was me today. It's because it's that kind of song, it's that kind of musical, it's that kind of experience.
The other day we ran through it, and by the time we got to the end, we were all there, Sunday, because it's so incredibly moving. And you just don't even know why. It's not intellectual. It's mystical. It's sort of like some of these drawings.
It's been wonderful for us as a cast to be able to come and see this work that I didn't even know existed. I really had no idea.
This is extraordinary to be here, and especially researching George Seurat and the fact that nobody cared about him. Everyone thought he was just this weirdo, and here he is. His work in New York. I wonder if he's up there looking down, going, "How bizarre! Everyone's interested in my work."
Well, in this production, I think you'd have to mention that visually it's going to be a real ride. I don't mean that in the sense of that they're going to feel motion sick. I think emotionally. I think it's a real emotional ride, just in terms of the visual aspect.
They borrowed cutting-edge technology from Pixar, and they have this animation projection that happens all the way through the show, from the beginning to the end, the creation of the painting and the characters within the painting. And it's not like we've never seen this before on a stage.
It suddenly dawned on me, well, if you're going to try and bring that painting to life on stage, animation is a way of unlocking it, of unraveling it literally in front of an audience's eyes.
We keep pinching ourselves every day. We do. It's exciting and nerve-wracking. It reminds me of another Sondheim lyric, I'm excited and scared.
Every time you come back to a Sondheim piece, you find something new, either about yourself or about the piece or about the score or the book, and they just don't make them like this.
I used to play a lot of Stephen Sondheim. I was quite precocious about him from about the age of 14, and this was one that my poor mother used to have to hear me screaming, pretending I was Dot in my front room.
Some of those chords or some of that music, you get goosebumps, or you cry, or both, every time.
The thing about this piece is it's so rich, it's so dense, there is so much there. As we're fond of saying in the rehearsal space, there is so much in the spaces, in the gaps between the text. There's so much going on.
Every day, you realize the feeling that you had when you first saw it is so reinforced by hearing it again and going back into the script and reading it. It's really a masterpiece. It really is.